Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Mobile Trends channel. So today we're diving into everything that we've heard about the upcoming iPhone 17 lineup, from jaw-dropping features to pricing estimates and launch timing. This is your one-stop roundup of what to expect. Now, this is just one of many videos that we plan on making about the iPhone 17, which will include an unboxing video once it launches. So stay tuned. But before we begin, please make sure to subscribe to this channel because we upload regularly with great tips and tricks regarding all of your mobile needs. With that said, let's go ahead and dive right in. Starting off with part 1, the features that we might expect. Every new iPhone brings a mix of expected upgrades and surprise innovations, and the iPhone 17 lineup looks like it could be one of the most ambitious yet. Now, from design changes to performance boosts, Apple seems set on shaking things up across the entire range. Here's a breakdown of the most talked about features so far, and I just wanted to take a moment to credit MacRumors for gathering this information that I will be sharing with you today. Now, Apple is expected to release 4 models: the iPhone 17, 17 Air, which will be replacing the Plus models, a 17 Pro, and a 17 Pro Max model. Now, when it comes to display enhancements across all models, ProMotion 120Hz LTPO OLED screens no longer exclusive to the Pro models, which is going to be a pretty nice improvement to those more affordable versions. Design upgrades. The 17 Air is notably ultra thin, around 5.5 to 6 millimeters in thickness, with a 6.6-inch display. And then when it comes to Pro models, these may adopt an aluminum and glass construction, ditching titanium, and feature a horizontal camera bar instead of the traditional square bump. Possible new color options like copper, orange, and even dark blue, especially on Pro models, will probably be available, but of course these are all still just rumored. Now let's talk about performance and hardware. The new A19 and A19 Pro chips likely built on advanced nodes powering the lineup, which should be a decent improvement from what we have now, and we should probably expect up to 12 GB of RAM on Pro and Air models, boosting multitasking and Apple Intelligence performance. Now, as for connectivity and charging, inclusion of Wi-Fi 7 across all models, with an Apple-designed modem chip in the Air, which will likely be called the C1, while others stick with Qualcomm modems. Vapor chamber cooling and bigger batteries, especially for Pro Max models, could be expected as well. And as for camera upgrades, we could be looking at an improved 24-megapixel front-facing camera across the lineup. As for the Pro models, we could be seeing triple 48-megapixel rear lenses, potentially moving the telephoto lens across 5x to 8x when it comes to the optical zoom, and possibly dual front/rear recording and even 8K video support. The iPhone 17 family looks poised for significant upgrades, from ultra-smooth screens to pro-level cameras, next-gen chips, and sleek redesigns. So let's move on to part 2, which has to do with pricing. Of course, all of these upgrades come at a cost, literally. Apple's pricing strategy is always a hot topic, and early reports do suggest that the iPhone 17 family won't really come at very cheap. Here's what the latest leaks indicate about how much each model might set you back. As for the standard iPhone 17, roughly around $849 to around $900, about $50 more than what we have now. As for the iPhone 17 Air, the estimated price for this one is at $900, according to most reports. iPhone 17 Pro is rumored to start at around $1,000 or even potentially more, while the iPhone 17 Pro Max is expected to cost upwards of $1,200 or even higher in some regions. In Europe, base models from roughly around 950 euros. If these rumors hold true, the iPhone 17 lineup will mark yet another step up in Apple's pricing strategy. Not long ago, the standard iPhone sat comfortably under $700, but now we're looking at entry points closer to $850 to $900, with the Pro Max pushing well past $1,200. Apple seems to be leaning harder into its premium positioning, keeping prices just under those psychological thresholds like $999 for the base Pro model, while still nudging higher each year. Now, the big question is whether features like smoother ProMotion displays, stronger cameras, and next-gen chips are really enough to justify the hike, especially for people upgrading from recent models. And remember, these are US prices. International buyers in Europe or India could see totals climb well past the equivalent of $1,500 to even $2,000, putting the iPhone 17 squarely in laptop pricing territory. So let's move on to part 3, the release date. So let's go ahead and talk about timing. Apple's September events have practically become tradition, and the iPhone 17 looks to be no exception. Leaks are already lining up with Apple's usual launch pattern, giving us a pretty solid picture of when to expect the big reveal. As for when you'll actually be able to get your hands on the iPhone 17, Apple is expected to stick with its usual September launch schedule. Current leaks point to a big announcement even on September 9th, 2025, followed by pre-orders opening just a few days later on September 12th. If history repeats itself, the first wave of iPhone 17 models should officially hit stores and start shipping on September 19th. So if you've been holding off on an upgrade, the wait is almost over. You're only a few weeks away from Apple's next big release. Of course, all of these things, so far, remember, are rumored. Now we've got part 4, a solution to transfer data between phones efficiently. So speaking of Apple's next big release, if you're thinking of upgrading your phone from an iPhone 16 or lower to the iPhone 17, or you'd like to switch from Android, then we've got a great solution for you. One of the biggest hassles when switching to a new iPhone is usually transferring all of your data, and that's exactly where Wondershare Mobile Trans comes in. It makes moving everything from your old phone to your new one quick and stress-free. Mobile Trans is one of the fastest tools for moving WhatsApp data, typically around 90% faster than the other alternatives. You can transfer contacts, photos, videos, apps, and even WhatsApp chats in just a few clicks, without needing complicated setups or cloud backups. The Mobile Trans app is also available to download on your computer, but there is even a mobile app to facilitate transfers. So whether you're coming from an older iPhone or even switching from Android, Mobile Trans makes the process smooth so you can start enjoying your new iPhone 17 right away. Now let me show you how it works ahead of time so that you have this great tool available for when the iPhone 17 comes out. First things first, download and install Wondershare Mobile Trans from the link in the description, and install it and launch it once it's done. From this main interface, you have to look at the menu bar on top. Click on Phone Transfer if you want to transfer a lot of different types of data. Then click on Phone to Phone. Once you do, you have to plug in both your old and your new phone to your computer. So just choose the old phone as the source and a new phone as the destination. Then choose the types of files by categories that you want to transfer. Once you do this, click on Start. Just wait for it to finish. Once you do, you will find your data readily accessible on your new device. However, like I said earlier, there is also a mobile app for Mobile Trans, and we will show you how to transfer WhatsApp data using the app. This one is really relevant if you're transferring data from an Android device to a new iPhone. Here are the steps. First, download the Mobile Trans app from the App Store or Play Store depending on which phones you're using. Open the app on both devices. From this interface, you have to tap on WhatsApp Transfer from the bottom. On the phone that you're sending data from, choose Send To. And since I'm sending data to an iPhone, I will select Send to iPhone. On the other phone, choose the correct receiving option, which will be Receive from Android. From here, you can choose to transfer WhatsApp chats using the Transfer from Android to iPhone option. You might get additional connection prompts to ensure that you link both devices together properly. The Mobile Trans app should walk you through these. Once you've gone through those steps, Mobile Trans will begin the transfer. Just wait for it to finish. Once it's done, you will be notified and will be able to log in on your new phone and have access to your old WhatsApp chats. So that wraps up our iPhone 17 rumors roundup. From the exciting new features like smoother screens and upgraded cameras to the rising price tags and the September launch window, it's clear that Apple is preparing one of its boldest iPhone lineups yet. Whether you're interested in the sleek new Air model or holding out for the Pro Max powerhouse, there's something in this lineup to get people talking. As a heads up, we will be working on a series of videos about the iPhone 17, including an unboxing video when it launches, so stay tuned as you won't want to miss this incredible release. So now I want to hear from you. Which iPhone 17 model are you most excited about? And do you think the upgrades are worth the rumored prices? Let me know in the comments below, and if you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so that you don't miss the official iPhone 17 coverage when it drops. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.